Welcome back to the Carlito Show podcast, man. We here to entertain.
Did you just hypnotize them? Welcome back to the 90s.
Tootsie Roll. Okay.
I don't even know what you just did.
The Tootsie Roll. I'm that old. Damn.
Google that, kids.
Okay, welcome back, guys, man. As always, man, it's a pleasure talking to you guys, man. As always, hit like, subscribe, talk crap, say you love us, say you hate us. Guess what's going to happen? I'm going to like it. Are you ready to get in Carlito's mind?
Yes.
Let's talk about relationships.
Oh. Okay, let's do it.
I am the relationship guru. What is your relationship status right now?
Forever single.
You may have some lucky people out there that want to get to know you, man.
No, there has been. At this point in my career and life, I guess it's just like straightforward. I don't want to be held down by the chains of relationships and stuff like that. I'm into open relationships, but not too many people are into those. They're like, oh, I'm going to get jealous. I'm just like, okay, hey, what if you could marry your friend? Like, you don't really have to do anything. You just, like, live with them.
Right.
Like, hey, what's up? Bro, you want to get some pizza?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you want to do this and that? And, you know, you may now hug the bride. Like, oh, yeah.
Damn. You heard it first. I like that.
Marry a friend. That might be a song.
Yeah. Instead of, like, that's funny you mention it. Because people say about marrying a best friend, but when you put sex and children and all the other obstacles in it, you're no longer just a best friend. It's a problem now. It's a situation now. And they're usually...
And you're almost always obligated to being that person for the other person. Damn. Whereas if you got a friend, it's just like, oh, well, you know, my friend's not feeling it today or this week or this month, whatever. Yeah. I'm going to go and hang with such and such. But we're still friends, obviously.
Right. Oh, man, dude.
Wait, are you a virgin?
It depends how you defined it.
Exactly. There you go.
Oh, you're a virgin. And the reason why I say that, you're talking to a person. I am a keen person on the literal sense of vocabulary words and the contents in their meanings. We take a lot of words for granted. Little words put things together and separate them. There's words that's like certain words you won't find in a contract, like the word B-U-T, but you won't find that in the contract because those type of words exclude things before it. And usually when you're talking like that, you have to be careful what you say. So with that being said, so when I said about depends on what you put that on, because I could be a virgin in, you know, being truly loved or giving love. Yeah, I'm a virgin in that. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's how you apply it or what you apply it to. You see what I'm saying? And just like prime example, fun fact, like the word virgin itself. Here's a funny thing about the English language. I always tell people you can't take the English language very serious all the time. Meaning that because it's always changing, always redefining itself. So this what makes the Bible a lot of times debatable because a lot of the content don't means this. It doesn't mean what it means today. So I would tell people when you read Bibles or you read things just from the past, you have to really know. You have to be almost a historian and someone who knows the past. Meaning as like the word virgin again. Back in the days, in biblical days, virgin didn't mean not to have sex or to be what does that say, to be a virgin. You know what I said about the Virgin Mary and all of that, like she didn't have sex. No, what that meant back then was to be unmarried. Look that up. Come back and tell me if I'm alive or not. So you see what I'm saying? Now that makes all the difference now when you hear the story like, oh, not that she didn't have sex, she was just unwedded. When you're talking about past, present, and future, you have to understand its origin and where it comes from and its meaning to apply it to today or whatever you're trying to apply it to. You know, like you just said, the obligation. I think that's what tears a lot of people up, is when you feel obligated. So being bi or just being, whatever you're into or whatever your thing is, when you have to feel obligated to something. It could be a job. When you go in to go to work, okay, or go to school, when you feel obligated to go, it takes the passion and love out of it. And eventually you begin to hate it, or you start to distance yourself or separate yourself from it. Now here comes the confusion. Here comes the animosity. You see what I'm saying? When we forget the fundamental things, like you're saying, just being a friend. Like, why can't we just marry our friend? And to add on to what you were saying, here's a fun fact about just marrying your friend. I always tell people this. Like my sister, she got married a spiritual wedding. A lot of people say, that's not the same, that's not real. Yes, that is. Because if you're talking about being married to whatever religion you believe in, aren't you marrying under the oath of your God, whomever you serve? And you taking on them vows, them words, them contents into your relationship, right? That's spiritual. So if I want to marry my friend or my friend with whomever, we could take them vows and exploit those, or I wouldn't say exploit them, exercise those. As long as we have that mutual understanding or whomever, that's fine. And to go back to what we said about it as a business. Here's the beauty about having a spiritual wedding. I had to educate someone about this years ago. This lady I knew was married. And she thought she was obligated legally to everything this individual had. Medicals and all of that stuff. So, baby, that's not how it works in the United States of America. Only thing the marriage does in real time today, I don't know what it meant 40, 50 years ago. I do, but that's a whole nother conversation. What it means today is that I'm allowing a third party to tell me and my spouse what we can do financially. We live together. I get to say the third party comes in. When you marry someone legally, in the United States of America, because I hate to use that word legal because that's pretty loose. In the United States of America. You understand what I'm talking about? It put obligations back on things. And if we start a divorce, we got to put the third party in there to really make it official. Oh, wow, they get paid. Being a marriage in the United States is a business. So if you ain't making a certain kind of stage of money, because I also am a CPA, when you're not making a certain kind of bracket, it does you no good to be married in a legal sense in the United States of America. Because it hinders you. It blocks you from a lot of tax brackets and stuff like that. So you guys are getting some education right here. And please, hit me with some facts. Stop me when I'm lying. You understand what I'm talking about? Don't come in with your feelings. Because we don't want to talk about how I feel. So these are facts. Only feelings I'm talking about is just like we were just saying about marrying a friend. However, to go back to what he was saying about putting the actual seal on it. So we can say if you want to marry your friend, we can make the vows upon whatever beliefs we believe in, hold those vows with the universe, whomever we believe in again, and then go get paperwork. Like I had to tell this young lady, when you marry someone, it's best to still go get a power of attorney, and it's still best to go get someone legal documentations to represent whatever you want that individual to be a hold of or part of. Because even though you marry someone in a legal sense of the United States of America, they're not obligated to, or legally obligated to do anything. Because if I was to marry my wife or whatever, or have a wife, I was to marry my wife. If I was to
marry your wife again.
Right. If I was to marry an individual and I go hire a POA, a power of attorney, guess what happened? That POA just overrules that person I just married. You see what I'm saying? So, this is what I say, man. The power's in the pen. Still have your spiritual wedding, and then go get them legal documents. And that's stronger than any union, legal pieces of paper, or just having marriage to have a third party legally to mess y'all up. That is a fun fact. Please, you want to test me on it? Let's go. Bring a pen and pad and bring your proof. But to add about the relationships, I think that would be a nice gesture, and people should be able to do that and still take fun or take advantage of, anything that's out there, like want to be part of a tax bracket or tax code or whatever. Still reap the benefits or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that would be a great idea. And that would take off the obligation, you know, to a situation.
That word is really big. It really means a lot in a relationship. Typically.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm actually glad we had the conversation.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
And I hope it sparked a lot of you guys' mind out there. Gave you a different, I wouldn't say a different, but open your mind to another avenue. And always, if you got questions, shoot us an email, text us, comment on the link below, and let's have it, man. We love you guys. Appreciate you guys standing here or listening or wherever you guys are at. You know, giving us you guys time. Yeah. Listen to our soothing voice as you go into sleep land. I sound creepy, didn't I? That didn't sound too welcoming.
No.
That didn't sound too welcoming. I don't think it did. Man.
Oh, man.
I want to start a comedy. I haven't thought about doing a comedy. You know,
it's called the Carlito Show.
The Carlito Show?
Yes.
There it is.
We're living it. We're breathing it right now as we do this.
Yeah. And for somebody to get to saying something about, man, why does the screen keep flipping flopping? Look at it, gosh darn it. I'm having technical difficulties, and I have decided to master it.
What did you technical what?
Difficulties.
Oh my God.
If anybody knows me, I brutalize words. I know how to say them. I brutalize the hell out of it. That's what I'm saying, brutalizing.
It's here, but it comes out.
Right. But here, check this out. But you know what I'm talking about. I say it with conviction.
That's right.
I said it with conviction.
Right.
Belittling.
Right. You spat on me.
I'm sorry.
Conviction.
Anybody knows me, man. I brutalize words, but you know what I mean. It's all a lot of fun, man.
That's right.
That's part of being in the Carlito's comedy show. You know, I'm actually a comedian. See, I make everybody laugh.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I am weird. I am quirky, funny. I'm all over the place.
He's just everything. He's Carlito. Carlito Show. Bye.
Hey, check this out. You want to see more content of us? Make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button so you can see more of Hakeem Hill, more of Carlito, the Carlito Show. Man, when I said we talk about everything, man, we're going to talk about everything. Make sure you tune in.